Golden Conures, one of my very favorite species. Should you get a male or a female, and is it okay to just have one parrot that's a Golden Conure? Welcome to my channel, guys. I have 22 species of parrots. I love parrots. Parrots are my bliss. If you want to get blissed out on parrots, you're in the right place. If you've been here before, you know Bonnie, and hopefully you've already set your preferences on YouTube so that YouTube lets you know when the next video is published, usually the next day. Let's get started. So this is Bonnie Rose, and she is a Queen of Bavaria, or a Golden Conure, or her scientific name is a guaruba, but I can't pronounce it. So I hope that gives you an idea. Why are Golden Conures phenomenal? We'll talk about first, then we'll talk about whether you should get a male or female, and then third we'll talk about what it would be like to have just a Golden Conure, just one parrot. So what are Golden Conures like? They are phenomenal. They are not terribly loud, not good talkers, but they're phenomenal. They're sweet. They're affectionate with everyone. They're gorgeous. They're loving. I think that when whatever was creating parrots, it put love in the color of gold. Huh, sweetie? Yes, I know. Yes. I'll get you some treats afterwards, okay? I know. This is a parrot that is not easy to find. It's not terribly easy to breed. It's not terribly expensive, but it depends on how you define terribly, because this is a parrot that's going to cost you $4,000 to $6,000 in the U.S. I can't speak to other countries. And it's a parrot, as far as I know, you're going to find in Florida, maybe in Pennsylvania, Texas, California, and I think that's about it. So if you're looking for Golden Conure, you are either going to have to find someone who will ship one, or you're going to have to travel. But so worth it. Phenomenal, phenomenal parrot. Male or female? Well, I have had both, and I have to tell you that I think with this species it doesn't matter. They're both phenomenal. Females are harder to find. I couldn't tell you exactly why, and they're phenomenal. I loved Binks, my male, and Orabello, who I rescued and had for long enough to pay a lot of vet bills, and that's it, only a month. Mwah. And I have Bonnie Rose, and she is phenomenal. I mean, you could see she's sweet. You could see she's not screaming. At night, I put her on her cage and I tell her to come to me, and I run away and she flies to me. I have so much fun with her. She's very playful, very energetic. They can be a little brusque, a little rough, but they're extremely social parrots. This is a parrot that, no, don't eat my bracelet, mwah, that is social like other parrots, and then way more. What do I mean by that? This is a communal parrot. That means that she is a parrot that doesn't have one bonded mate within the flock. She's a parrot that can bond with a lot of different birds. That means that, like at home, she has a lot of friends. It's like she's never met a parrot she didn't like, or a person. Now, what are you gonna do? Where are you going? What are you gonna do? Hi, sweetie. I know. You're the love. Yes, you are. And a male, female just doesn't matter. So I wouldn't, I would leave it to chance, or just choose whatever. Bonnie does talk a little bit in her Bonnie voice. She says, "Hi, Bonnie, Bon." And she says, "Hi." And sometimes I think she says, "What you doing?" But you have to like develop an ear for it, like you would with a young child who no one can understand what they're saying, but the parents can. It's very similar to that. But because she is so communal, and because it's raining, I'm trying to hurry so that we can get back in the house. What would happen if you had just Bonnie? Unfortunately, because Golden Conures are so communal, they are so bird oriented, that what happens is they do terribly by themselves. It is hard enough for a human to be in solitary confinement kind of thing, like while you're at work all day, and you leave them alone all night they're by themselves. So most of their life is really spent alone if you only have one. Very hard on the bird. Golden Conures might not pluck. You might have a setup, you might whatever, where your Golden Conure doesn't pluck. But unfortunately, I think they're more than prone to plucking. I saw a Golden Conure at one of the exotic bird stores in my area, and it was plucked, and I asked about it, and they're like, oh, they're boarding. They got the golden here with us, but the family went on vacation, and he gets stressed out when they're gone, and he plucks, and it's like, ugh. But they're like, unfortunately, that's just like everywhere you look, you'll hear that. I did a video with my avian veterinarian, Dr. Club. She has Phoenix, a Golden Conure, because she breeds them, and don't ask her for one. She only sells to brokers, so don't bug her, she'll get mad at me. But she was saying that she was having problems with Phoenix because Phoenix is alone and was plucking, and so of course she's a vet, so she's taking care of it. But you and I aren't going to have as easy of a time taking care of it necessarily. So this is a parrot that really needs companionship. And I wouldn't necessarily put this parrot with like a macaw who's so big, or a parrotlet who's so little. I would try to put this parrot with a parrot that's similar size. I think that just about any other conure. Her best friend is an Amazon, a yellow or a orange-winged Amazon who's a little bit bigger, but about the same size. Her other best friend is a Cape Parrot. Mwah. And I mean, she just tries to make friends with everyone. She's tried to befriend the Caiques, but they're their own friends, and I don't mix them so much, but she tries to befriend everyone. So phenomenal parrot, but some really important things about them that you really need to know. And probably one of them also is that she does need nut fat in her diet, which means that this parrot is also a little more expensive to maintain, as far as you have to have like a nut allowance, a daily nut allowance, and that gets expensive. And especially when you have several nut eaters, huh, sweetie? Phenomenal parrot. Thank you for joining me in this blissful and now wet video. I'm getting wet, it's time to go in. If your parrot is stressed out and plucking, try Tink's Must Have Parrot Relief. It is CBD and hemp oil. While that's not a cure-all, it helps balance the parrot. The CBD helps them relax. The hemp oil is really good. It's got the right balance of omegas. It's beneficial. It's a good thing for actually you or your parrot. I had a friend who had rotator cuff surgery. Nothing that they gave him would let him sleep except CBD. So it can really help you relax. Not the right thing for everyone, but if it helps your parrot, it may be worth it. It helped Tink when we had her, a green cheek conure who had seizures. So it minimized the seizures greatly, which was a huge relief at parrotbliss.com. Thank you for joining us in this blissful golden video. We'll catch you next time. Okay, come on, Bonnie. Oh, good girl. Let's do that again. Here you go. Good girl. Wait, you gotta let me run away. Good girl.